church for 29 years.
He went to church for 29 years.
Yeah, and the deacon, my best friend, my best man at my wedding, was having an affair with my wife for 3 years before I even knew it.
He was and this is what the churches promote. That's why they get mad at the Israelites, but the Israelites are telling the truth.
Right.
Pastors are destroying God's flock. Ezekiel 22:6. Now, there's things that a pastor's supposed to do.
Get out.
They have a job to do. Get that real quick?
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22 and verse 26. Her priests have what? Have violated my law.
The Bible says her priests have violated God's laws. God's laws teach us to do what? Keep the Sabbath day holy. Keep going.
And have profaned my holy
And
things.
it says they have profaned his holy things. Our pastors are supposed to say, hey, brother, get off the streets. Hey, sister, stop being a hoe. Hey, brother, you know today's the Sabbath day? Those are things that our pastors are supposed to do. My brother, you've been in here in Connecticut. Do you feel like the pastors have been doing their job in our community? Be honest.
I don't really get associated with all that.
I understand, but you live in the community, right?
Yeah.
And you see how many churches are in our community? Don't they have a job to do?
Well, the teachers.
You are part of it.
People money.
What'd you say, sis?
They take people
They
money.
take your money. Is that what they're supposed to do?
No.
Are pastors supposed to be taking money from the poor in our community? Because ain't that what they doing? They driving off nice, but what you see, poverty in our community.
Right.
There's poverty in our community, and these pastors are not doing anything about it. Right? They're just taking up collection. Read that again.
Her priests have violated my
It says,
law.
like, the priests have violated the laws of God. Keep reading.
And have profaned my holy
They have
things.
profaned God's holy thing. You are God's holy things, being the Israelites.
That's right.
Brother Zachary. So what we're doing here, Brother Zachary, is teaching God's word. Now, our people are not going to get it. Not everybody's going to get God's word.
I've been in Pentecostal for 29
We're
years.
in a Pentecostal church for 29
Okay,
years.
I was going to church for 29 years.
He went to church for 29 years.
Yeah, and the deacon, my best friend, my best man at my wedding, was having an affair with my wife for 3 years before I even knew it.
He was and this is what the churches promote. That's why they get mad at the Israelites, but the Israelites are telling the truth.
Right.
They get mad. My brother, when you keep God's commands, you ain't got nothing to feel like that happening amongst us.
Right.
Now, my brother, in the Pentecostal church, what we don't realize is that was set up by those who hate us. Like, my brother right here, come close.
It's like, you can get closer. It's like, we don't bite, man. We're here for our people.
It's cool.
Now, this right here, my brother Zechariah. These are the different churches that were set up for us when we were in captivity, when we were slaves, when we were in chattel, because we still slaves today.
Right.
But chattel slavery, they had us in Pentecostal church, who was by Charles Parham, another slave owner, and they taught us lies. Because let me show you what the priest is supposed to do. Get that from me again, Ezekiel. Get that from me again, Ezekiel. This is what the priests are supposed to do, which they're not doing.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22 and verse 26. Her priests have violated my law.
So God's saying the priests, like your pastor, are violating God's laws. Like, what law did he break? By not speaking out about the cheating in your congregation. What law did he break?
God said, let no man put asunder what God joined together.
I'm going to show you what law he broke. I'm going to get you Exodus. Watch this. Exodus 20. I'm going to show you what law he broke. My brother, what we going over is how the different, you know how many churches are in New Haven? You know how many churches are in West Haven? But don't you see a lot of evil in our community still? You said a lot of evil within the church. You're correct.
Right.
Now watch this. This is what law he broke. Read that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
The Bible says the priests are supposed to teach you not to commit adultery.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation